She didn't expect to find a wallet that morning. Anna was just trying to walk her daughter to the school bus before rushing to the diner where she worked double shifts every day. Her shoes were worn, her hands dry from dish soap, and her back hurt from hours of cleaning, but that didn't matter. Rent was due in 2 days. Groceries were running low, the electricity bill was already past due. Survival had become her routine. As she crossed the parking lot outside the diner, her foot bumped into something soft. She looked down and froze. A leather wallet, thick, clean, and expensive. For a second, her heart jumped. She picked it up with trembling hands. Inside were $100 bills, neatly folded, too many to count, and an ID card. It belonged to a man named Richard Hale, a name she didn't recognize. Her fingers lingered on the money. Just one bill could get her daughter a pair of decent shoes. Just two could stock her empty fridge, but Anna had always taught her daughter that you never take what isn't yours, no matter how hard life gets. With a deep breath, she walked inside the diner and called the number on the ID. 2 hours later, a black car pulled up. A man in a sharp suit stepped out. He was older, well-groomed, clearly wealthy. He looked surprised to see Anna holding out the wallet without hesitation. "You didn't take anything?" he asked, almost suspicious. "No," Anna said calmly, "it's yours." He blinked, nodded, took the wallet, and got back in his car without another word. She went back to work, wiping tables and pouring coffee like nothing had happened. But deep inside, she wondered if honesty had any value left in the world. That night, she came home tired, with her daughter already asleep on the couch, homework books on her chest. At 6:07 the next morning, there was a soft knock at the door. She didn't open it, no one ever visited them. But as she stepped out to leave for work, she saw something taped to the door, an envelope, a thick one. She looked around. No one was there. Her fingers shook as she peeled it off and opened it. Inside was a letter, and something else that made her legs buckle, and his hands trembled as she unfolded the letter. Her eyes scanned the first line, and her breath caught in her throat. "You reminded me what honesty looks like, and I haven't seen that in years." It was from Richard Hale, the man who'd said almost nothing the day before. The letter continued, "Yesterday, you handed me back my wallet. You didn't take a cent. That wallet had over $4,200 in cash. It was a test, and you passed." A test? She sat down on the cold step outside her apartment door, heart pounding. "I've been searching for someone like you, not for money, not for charity, but for something more important." Inside the envelope were keys, real, heavy house keys, and below them, a folded deed. It took her a moment to realize what it was. He'd signed over ownership of a small house just outside the city, mortgage paid, taxes cleared, a safe, warm place for Anna and her daughter. But that wasn't all. "I own a chain of hospitality businesses. I'm offering you a full-time managerial role. You won't have to wipe tables ever again unless you choose to. I've already set up a trust fund for your daughter, the future you gave up for honesty. I'm giving back to you." And his vision blurred. She pressed the envelope to her chest as tears streamed down her face, not from sadness, but from disbelief. For years she had done everything right, sacrificed, suffered, stayed silent, yet the world had been cold. But now, from one simple act of decency, everything had changed. She didn't go to work that morning. Instead, she woke up her daughter gently, sat her down, and told her they wouldn't be late for school anymore because they had a car now, that they wouldn't share one blanket anymore because they had heating now, and that she wouldn't work nights again because someone had finally seen her. Later that afternoon, a car came to pick her up. She met Richard Hale again, this time in his office. He smiled, handed her a badge with her name on it, and said, "Welcome to the team. You earned this not just by being honest, but by being real in a world that forgot how to be." And his life didn't become perfect overnight, but it changed. Because one morning, when no one was watching, she chose to do the right thing, and the universe chose to see her. And from that day on, every time she passed someone struggling, she stopped not because she owed them, but because someone once stopped for her too, without ever saying a word.